So the first question I'd like you to talk about briefly is just how you've reached out across the divide to address COVID-19.
We have worked on numerous issues together before COVID-19. I think COVID-19 made it very simple. I think we all chatted about this. The COVID-19. I think if you hadn't had a relationship before, maybe it would have been more difficult. But I think we as a delegation have worked very closely on numerous issues, even before this, and have developed a trust and a good cohesive group to work together. I guess, so I'm the minority party. I'm a Republican. I'm in leadership. I'm the caucus chair. I'm of the opinion of no matter what, my people my constituents sent me to get work done and to represent them. My district, I've had a Democrat who was my seatmate for half my life. Where we do agree, I absolutely want to work across the aisle. And even when I don't agree, I need to be open enough to sit and listen and to learn and to get educated on the other side. And I think there's always some good, even in anything that I might even disagree with. If you really understand what they're trying to do, there's probably some good there.
And I saw you and Monica work so well together. That made me, showing that example made me more interested in reaching out and more interested in getting to know you.
I mean, I just think it's so important that no matter if you're a D or an R, that we're both there to do the people's work and to figure where we can navigate and work things together. I mean, I think it's so really important. It really is, to not get lost in your party at times.
Well, and I think that's why I have been a real fan of the NICD, because one of the initial exercises we go through when we train and when we got trained was to really look deep within ourselves, not how we became partisan, but how we became, what moved us to become political and public servants, and shaped us very early. And I think that what it did for me was it made me ask everybody I have an opportunity to, what made you get into this? What's important to you? I learned that listening is more important than talking, even though I over talk sometimes, as we know.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, Sharon.
But you can't, if you can understand both points and both points of view, and you both want to solve the same problem, then you can look for the third path.
We're really in divisive times too. It's very discouraging, to be honest. I really believe of all the times that we need to try to work through our differences, and now would be the time. And maybe the COVID is, in some ways, might be something that might actually help us and I don't want to say as a society, because that'd be rather cruel, but I think it does give us a different perspective on life. And I certainly have seen a lot of people reach out to one another, which is what we should have done a long time ago, to be really more concerned about maybe our neighborhoods and our neighbors, and to just be genuinely concerned about one another as a society.
One of the things that my new leadership is talking about is how do you limit those partisan wars by making sure everybody feels like they were heard and that their ideas have a chance to be understood and acted upon. And so whenever there's a leadership change or a social impact like COVID, I think there's an opportunity to say, how can we move forward but do things differently? What do we need to do differently? And I think that, with COVID, it's connecting with people in multiple ways and not letting the lack of eyeball contact get in the way of those relationships.